Hey guys, this is Deepika Gupta. Today we will learn how to solve a coding problem from codechef. You can solve a problem if you have good imagination. You can follow certain best practices to enhance it. I have curated certain best practices into 4 phases so that will help you to solve any coding problem. So let's begin. As soon as you have a problem statement in front of you, you're going to read it. Read it thoroughly so that you don't miss out any elements to be part of your imagination. So now that you have imagined a scenario, you will be able to build a logic that should hold good for every scenario. Once you have logic with you in your mind, it's time to implement it. Let's begin with our reading phase where you will be reading a problem statement similar to a scrambled Rubik cube where your mind will read the colors located. Let me pick a coding problem from codechef website. This is an amazing platform where you can find many problems. So you can see here there are a list of problems where you can practice so to enhance your coding skills. So let me pick a problem. You can see, okay, let me pick this. So once I click, it will show me the details of the problem statement, and here is the topic of this problem, a big sale, and this is available in these 3 languages. So let's read this problem statement thoroughly. That should lead to an imagination. So let's see what this problem statement says. Chef recently opened a big e-commerce website where her recipes can be bought online. It's Chef's birthday month, and so she has decided to organize a big sale in which grand discounts will be provided. In this sale, suppose a recipe should have a discount of X% and its original price is P. Statistics says that when people see a discount offered over a product, they are more likely to buy it. Therefore, chef decides to first increase the price by X%, then offer the discount. Chef has total of n types of recipes. The number of recipes of this type available sale is quantity, and let's see what input it is. So it says T are the test cases, N denotes the recipe types, and last inputs are price, quantity, discount. So output. So our motive is to read the problem statement thoroughly. Let me zoom. So here you can see inputs. So first is test case T, second line is number of recipe types, and these are price, quantity and discount. So your output are defined below. So these are the expected output. So here few problems will be having explanation that you can relate and you can build your logic. So you can go to comment section also if you have any doubts, or you can put your comments and post it here. We have gone through our problem statement thoroughly. Now it's time to put those elements into our imagination. So let's go to our imagination world. Yes, and let me know if you have imagined the same way that I did. Okay, so chef had a recipe which for $100. Since it's her birthday month, she's giving discount of 50%. So price becomes $150 Now she wants to discount 50% of $150, which becomes $75. So total loss is, yes, $25. So now we have imagined a scenario. We should build a logic out of it. A quick recap of what we had imagined. Let's say we have 5 recipes of $100 and chef decides for 50% discount. So loss would be, yes, $5. Now it's time for building a logic that should work for every scenario. Let's say we have recipe price, let's call it RP. Let's say discount D. Now you should always deal with hundreds and fifties, that will ease your maths. So let's say we call original price of recipe as RP equals to 100. So if we give discount for 100, so say 10% discount, it would become 110, as chef have decided to increase the price by 10%. Now let's see our sale price that is being displayed. So that sale price will be of 110. If we give discount of 10, that will become, yes, 99. Okay, so now these are the maths. We need a formula. So 100 should become 99. So loss would be 100 minus 99. So that is $1 loss. This is for one recipe. Now let's generalize this. Okay, so let's say the original price, if we give any discount, so the discount would be it is 1 by 100, so we can write it as 0.01, all right, into the discount. So this is the discounted price, that is 10 if we go for above example. But what would be the increased price? So the 10% of 100, so that will be original price plus the discounted price, that is 100 plus 10 will become your increased price, 110. Okay, so now you have to derive the second line, that is sale price, what you will be displaying for your customers. Okay, so the as the problem statement says that chef have decided to give the discount on the increased price. So the sale price will be your increased price and the discounted number that she decides, let's say 10. Okay, so that is 110 has a discount of 10 and the sale price will be discounted price, so hence the subtraction. So this is 110 minus 10% of increased price will be your sale price. So this is the sale price that will be displayed. Now what is the total loss that is incurred to the chef? So it will be the original price minus the sale price, that is so this is loss. So loss will be always the original price minus sale price, and which is here 100 minus 99. Okay, so now let's simplify above logic. So say if we substitute above logic, this would simplify to original price into d by 100 whole square. Okay, so this will be the total loss. And if you have more than one quantity, then just multiply it. So this will be your total loss. And this is what we need to substitute in our coding phase. Yes, it's time to code. Whatever logic we have built, now it's time to implement it. Okay, so I have a Java file here named codechef. So I have to define a class of same name. Okay, so let me write down my main method. So okay, so now here is a tip. So always build these many lines fixed whenever you are solving any coding problem. So I have instantiated here using class name, and I know that I'll be building a method. So through this object I am defining a method called calculate loss, which is our motive. So I know my output would be of type double. So always start with this by building your skeleton so that you don't waste any time before solving any problem. Okay, so next step is I know what input I need to provide, so just define it over here. Okay, and what type, just define that. Okay, so always remember your input. I remember that it's 100, 1 and 10. So in that order I have given my parameters. So now always define the variable that you are returning. So, and of course initiate it with 0. So I know I have to return the loss. So I know here I need to provide the logic. So just loss equals to loss plus the quantity into, it's just the logic what we are putting here. See, it is so easy if you think about the logic and just you're up to the coding. So we had decided it's whole square, so it's discount into discount into, instead of 1 by 100 I am writing 0.01. Okay, just to simplify I have written it twice. So instead of whole square, now I need to return loss, that is of type double. Now I see that by giving this input I should get output as, okay, the format in the codechef was price and then quantity and then the discount. So let me give that way. Okay, so I know 100, 1 and 10 should provide me 1, so that I'm done with my coding. So I need my output into the console to confirm that my logic is correct. So I'm just I'll run this program. Okay, so I got 1. Okay, now only thing is you need to align your coding format with the codechef format. So I have to just scaffold the inputs that I'll be taking. So I'm using scanner system.in. I know that first line was number of test cases, that was T. So these are standard, so you just have to remember. Oh, okay, my scanner, let me import scanner. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so the first line is T. Always be ready with this format so that you save time and put your value time into just coding. Okay, so these are standard format where codechef always asks for the test cases. So these are the few tips that you should always remember while solving a codechef coding problem. So I am just doing a close of my scanner object. So till here, okay, till here it is standard format for any coding problem. So next I know that it is, I have to enter number of recipe types, that is n. So I am defining variable n so that I don't get confused and it's really easy to read if I'm missing out anything. So right after that the inputs were of type array, so that is price. I'm just initializing it, and next was quantity, and after that it was discount. Same way I have to initialize it, so just copying it. Okay, so now this is done. Now I have to just define so that it takes user inputs. So since this is an array, I am putting a for loop of till it should run till n, and just a format, normal format for every coding problem. So since it was in the form of price, then quantity, then discount, I'll put it in same for loop. Okay, so this is done. Let me copy 3 times, one for quantity, one for discount, and then let me write my obj dot next line, so that if I have many recipe types, okay, so I guess things are fine. Yeah, I need to always remember the output will be about t minus minus and without any string values. It's only what you're calling, but for your understanding, I am writing, I'm giving some information, otherwise, it is just your method call. And also, let me um, modify the input parameters. It is quantity and then it's discount. Okay, so fair enough. And okay, so yeah, here it is expecting an array format, so let me modify that too and include n. And of course I need to put a for loop for my logic. So you should be very fast in scaffolding all this, because once you're done with your logic, it's all just you're aligning the format with what codechef is expecting. Okay, since I was used, not to confuse, I'm using j as local variable. Okay. Oh yeah, even here array formats. So in case you're good enough to test it directly using for loops, and then I uh, just showed you how to start it, but once you have practice and grab of it, then you can do it easily. I am running this program now. Okay, let me give you the system.output.println. This is running fine, but just for the visuals, let me just provide information, some printing statements, so that it's easy to analyze. Enter test cases T, and then enter recipe types N, so that will be after while loop. Yes, so recipe types N. Now let me run the program. Okay, so we have printing statements. So T, always not to confuse, just begin with some simple inputs, 100, 1, and even the test cases, and N. Let's begin with 1. Okay, 100, 1, 10. We know that its output should be 1. Okay, so now we are confident we can run again. First let me check what are the input values in the codechef problem so that we are in the same page. Okay, so it's number of test cases 2, recipe types 2, and the output is 30 for the first one. So okay, let me give that. So test cases 2, recipe types 2, then the first, let me copy this without flipping windows so that it's easy to see parallelly. Okay, so let me copy input and output and paste it in my editor with a multi-line comment. Okay, so this is in front of us now. So I have given 2 and now I should give the price 100, the quantity 5, discount 10. Next recipe type 100, quantity 1, discount 50. Total loss is 30 as expected. Now it's time for the second test case. So number of recipe types 3, then the first set of output, second set of output, and then the third set of output 100, 100. So it is as expected. Okay, so your code is working fine for every other scenarios. So here I did in editor for just understanding. You can also do it in codechef's editor. So it's a great platform. You can just go for submission button over here, submit. Okay, just click on that. So it will go to the editor. Here you have all the languages that this editor supports. So say I'll select C and it will have a skeleton already for you. Since we have written in Java, I'll select Java and let me just copy that code what we had written so that we can submit it here. And also it evaluates how accurate is your program. So that is another great and an amazing feature by codechef. So let me copy below main because we already have main over here. So I just have to copy it. Now here you can also so see it's fine here. You can run, you can give your custom input and try and you can submit it. So see how easy it is. We have solved a coding problem that runs for every scenario. So isn't it that great? Having said that, following these best practices and your imagination. Now it's your turn to try and solve. All the best.